Will YouTube work today? Will YouTube work correctly today? It's a question I ask every time. Alright, good evening. A bit more Rise to Ruin, which I actually wanted to do yesterday, but yesterday the game wouldn't start. Motivate Land spell radius, that's neat. Bend spell cost, also neat. Those are two spells I use quite a lot. Quite a lot, in fact. Right, so, last time I fucked up and had my ancillary destroyed. So I'll have to rebuild it. Which I am currently... That's a heavy slowdown, holy shit. Alright, because there are still monsters out. Right. I have started rebuilding it. There is a lot of stuff outside. So yeah, I built the ballista here too early, which was the mistake. I needed to wait a little bit longer so I can wall off outside. Or had I not built the barrier, the ballista, I could have walled up inside, but destroying the ballista in time was unfortunately not possible. Last time I completely forgot to check for ghosts. But I'm not seeing any. Right, so Blood Moon. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. Take stock. I have built additional animal pens and clocker coops, like one of each. And I'm currently upgrading my streets, which is probably gonna take up all of my resources for the foreseeable future anyway. Then we do have not enough range down there. So some of these are gonna just lie about. Unless I extend the range. So build me one of these here. Get you to top priority. Remove this piece of water. Unlike with the potatoes, unfortunately the forest blocks range, so I can't put it in the middle. And I think I'll probably want to extend it further to the right because there we already have range. Meant. So yeah, we're gonna have a Blood Moon tonight, which isn't too worrisome. I have elemental bolt towers all around down here to make sure they don't destroy any of these ancillaries, and allow the corruption to creep back in, which would be honestly extremely bad for me. If need be, I can add additional fire ballista tower. Secondary priority. It is possible to add additional holy golems, so it's not really that much of an issue. But I'd prefer not having to. Far as I can see, as I just checked the perks, we have 15% damage resistance. On our people, we have 15% melee damage and we have 30% range damage. So I think they are going to be fine killing the blood slimes. So I'm just gonna not build any holy golems at all, and just let the people do their job. Let the people do the defending. Which I think is technically not their job except for the rangers, but well, I guess survival is everybody's job. We have a massive brick road down here. Now double-sized. But since I do have the potatoes down here and the holy wood that I will farm probably for the foreseeable future, I think that's fine. Welcome Pisano is prepared to leave the village. Alright, I am sending 14 people away. Yeah, I guess that's fine. This graveyard is getting shot. Love to see it. But yeah, it is basically just... it's basically just watching the corruption to disappear. Especially again in this little valley here between the rocks. And then as soon as that's done, the follow-up step of fortifying it and then upgrading you to maximum so we can fortify to the rate, build the next ancillary, and extend the tunnel, extend the corruption resistance hose. I notice, however, that unfortunately my rations are still not going up as much as I'd prefer they would. These are makeshift, need to upgrade those as well. Fire ballista tower, and then... okay, while I'm at it, put you again on first place, as well as page 15U. And then I'm gonna build another lamp down here to have full range coverage of the forest. Get rid of these two pieces of water. Don't really need those around. A clocker has been born. Alright, let me see resource-wise. We have... okay, 14 and 39, which is not actually all of it is equipped. 10 is stored somewhere. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that it's probably in a building. And the meat in buildings is never... and with buildings I mean housing. And that meat is never removed again. So we can unfortunately not cook it. Unless it's in a kitchen somewhere. It is not in a kitchen somewhere. Now we have destroyed the graveyard. Lovely. You need 3 more boards. And then I probably am not going to build anything for a while. Just to allow the street to be finished. Which is going to take a lot of resources. And especially boards, which we already don't have a lot of. We are also running out of stone. But as soon as the road is built, I am pretty sure I have some time to just chill and not build anything else. Oh, so this road... yeah, this road is done. Get rid of these 2 pieces of water as well as this one, and this one. That way they won't slow down when they go over here, because they do follow this wall apparently. When they bring stuff to the trash. And then as soon as that is cleared, we can probably also build a road there. Right. Other news, interesting stuff that happened. Concord. I was aware of the game for a while, and I am not really that much of a shooter player, so I never had interest, but I did not honestly expect that thing to fail this hard. That was actually kind of amazing to see. Because I've been used to companies just propping up this kind of shit with the money. regardless of whether or not it makes them profit. Now, of course, a company's main issue is to make profit, but yeah, I've seen honestly things that I found worse do better. But I couldn't actually immediately tell you what it was that I thought was worse. Now think about it. I haven't played it in beta. So I can't comment on the quality of the gameplay, but yeah, the art design was kinda trash. So I guess I don't know if they will take any lessons from that. This is 5 wide, which is enough. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 wide should be enough, shouldn't it? One, two, three. Seems a bit thin, honestly. It's not curtain wall, so also yeah, these are only 2 pieces, so definitely need that. And we can also just. Also, I see that the brick road beyond us has disappeared. It has I don't know what you call it. Desiccated? Back into normal path? I wonder if the path will disappear at some point. So, I still don't think there's any chance of the enemies getting through this. I still think that's not gonna happen. Dissolve. No wait, that's the Spagott structure. Dissolve is this. I still don't think that anything is getting through this. So I'm not too concerned with actually losing. Otherwise, still waiting for the new Creeper World to be released, which is probably gonna take a while. But I'm looking forward to that. I really like Creeper World 2, even though I think it's not the favorite of the series for most people. And I like Particle Fleet, and this new one looks to be a little bit of a mix of both, with just complete destructibility put in, and a few new features, and I hope it plays well. Creeper Worlds generally do, but the new one seems to have been... Wait, Fire Ballista Tower has been destroyed where? What? How? Oh, Fire Elemental. Well, fuck. I think that's fine though. There aren't any buildings here in this area, and, well, I have these 3 if need be, so I think it's fine if that one's gone. And then even if this ancillary is destroyed, this should be in range simply by the fires alone. Just the fire pits should completely cover this area. Okay, the lamp down here is done. If need be, it is still spring, isn't it? Motivate land. I can just motivate it in this direction, further to the right. So it will at some point, I guess, encase the ancillary, but that's also not really that much of a problem. Though I should probably make sure that it doesn't. case the ancillary. Also didn't actually do all that much here. $446 rations, so 46 up again. Another corrupted graveyard has been destroyed. Lovely to see it. Yeah, this is gonna take ages again. I don't know if the speed 3 actually speeds it up all that much. I hope it does. Because we're gonna look at this a whole lot today. For the next like 2 hours. Yeah, that fire elemental was a bit unfortunate. This has destroyed a good part of the corruption in its path. It also doesn't have that much corruption in it. So I guess this part is probably gone soon. Oh yeah, it's still very humid here. Not even that hot, but extremely humid. And that is, in most cases, just way worse. Way worse. We currently have like, I believe the report said something about like 70% humidity recently. Though currently it's a bit down. Well, that's fine. Soon it should become colder again. And I'm here for it. I'm awaiting it with bated breath. I really hate that little rock there. Just go ahead and get rid of that. So we can build another piece of a road. So we can build a giant parking lot. But yeah, otherwise, not a lot has happened. Work is easy currently, not a lot around. And still I find issues that should have been done weeks ago but weren't because someone didn't read correctly what to do. Or read correctly and then just did it wrong anyway. Which is probably the worst thing. Alright, next piece of road. And then we just wait for our wood reserves to restock. I don't really understand why our wood reserves are getting smashed this hard compared to our brick stores. Oh well, probably because the wood is getting eaten up first, and then afterwards the bricks. Yeah, that could be the case. That would make sense. That would make sense, yeah. They can plant on brick road. That is good to know. Honestly, gonna be honest, I like the look of the road up close. Not quite sure what kind of bricks they are using, because it looks like someone played Tetris here. But I like the look nonetheless. I hope the Blood Moon doesn't cause too much damage. not that concerned, but normally I also just coat the entire village in holy golems whenever the blood moon shows up. How far is the corruption resistance going? Down to here. So yeah, still a lot to go. And again, I want to see specifically if I check monsters spread amount. This is where it went back up. 389 tiles. So we had previously 267 around when it was the big ancillary, because I want to see if the big ancillary clears faster. I kinda doubt it, but I want to see if it does. Because I'm pretty sure the relevant part is just the general corruption resistance and not the exact building that causes it. Gonna have to put a mend in here. Or two. Alright, also Smite 2 has been released in, I believe, early access, which I'm gonna look at some point, but 30 bucks is kind of expensive for the follow-up to a free-to-play game. And I sincerely hope they do not remove Smite 1. I hope they don't pull a Blizzard. In positive news, however, Talisman, the 5th edition digital version, has announced that if you have the Talisman, the old Talisman digital version, digital edition DLCs, you keep them for the new one, which is really good. That's good. That is what more companies should do. To be fair, developing them costs money, so I wouldn't have minded paying for them again. But well, they were kind of expensive. I'm gonna be honest. It was already great that only one player needs to have the DLC, so everybody can play them in the lobby, and not every single player needs the same DLC. But that I'm allowed to keep them for the new game, which is technically a new version and has different rules. I love that. That is really good. That is really nice customer appreciation, which some companies could learn a bit from. A lot of companies could learn from, actually. Oh, yeah, Assassin's Creed Shadows is it released already, or is it going to be released soon? I'm honestly interested to see. Okay, apparently, okay, release 15th of November 2024 is the release date. I'm interested to see how it performs. I personally won't buy it because I don't buy anything from Ubisoft, but I assume my sister will buy it, since she owns all of the Assassin's Creeds for some reason. I used to play the first one with, what was his name? Altair. And then I played the one with Ezio, not Brotherhood. The second game in total. The one where Ezio shows up the first time. I forgot the name. Was it just Assassin's Creed 2? I forgot. But I didn't really play afterwards. I was shortly interested in the one in North America, but at that point I didn't really like Ubisoft anymore. Though to be fair, the stunt they pulled where they just removed a game from your library. Now, to be fair, you are buying licenses, so yes, it was always obvious they could do that. However, they are the only ones who actually did do that, which puts them in a very bad light, in my opinion. And also makes me never want to buy any of the games again, because at some point they can just be gone. Which, again, to be fair, is a possibility for all games currently that you buy digitally. Unless you buy them on GOG, I guess. But they have proven that they're willing to do it, which I don't think anybody else has, not even EA, which is a mystery to me to this day how Ubisoft was the first on that. So, which is really sad because I'd really like to play Anno again. It's one of the first games I played, Anno 1602. Back when I was like 8? How old is that game? 8 or 10 or something like that. Had two little felt cards where it showed the industrial tree, which comparatively to today was tiny. But it was really neat to have these little cards, so you could check, okay, what do I need to build, instead of opening a menu in game. But I doubt you'd get a card like that today, except for like a special edition that costs you 600 bucks more. Okay. Just checking the walls for damage from the electrical storm. Where are you going? Why are you going there? Also, right, they now have officially female custodies in a... No, you stay inside. In a official work, which with the, what's it called, the tithes. And I've seen, not the episode, but I've seen clips. I'm gonna be honest, she, in my opinion, looks how a female custodies should look. Basically like a brick. Because I'm pretty sure the Emperor didn't design the custodies to be pretty. Also casting all of the spells inside in hopes that my idiots don't walk outside to look at the wall. They can look at the wall from the inside, I don't mind that, but I hate that they're trying to move outside. Any wall damage? None that I can see. Is this standing around confused? Yeah. Alright. So this part needs to be gone again, but yeah, this is still a little bit of a problem here, because a single crystal can completely block off the specters again. Also, I see some tools lying about. Okay. Okay, rations up to 458. What was animals domesticated? 12. As soon as this one leaves, this is gonna look a lot more. It feels ominous. Yes, the blood moon is common. Then, resources, food and water rate. Went up 151. Production rate for food, for rations specifically, down 99 yesterday. Okay. Yeah, we had like 500 2 days ago. Over 500, I'm pretty sure. Also, we have 14 more people again. Those are probably gonna go to Will Rock tomorrow. Need to keep an eye down here, need to keep an eye on the list. Fuck, they were wandering around confused. Leave immediately. I hate that they do that. The problem is if I put a gate in, then the enemies will probably see that as a wall and not walk through that. Thankfully, I saw it in time, so nobody actually died. And yeah, this is still not danger. So to be fair, they're getting closer. Level 80. Thankfully, I'm absolutely sure that we can kill everything up to level 130 before it takes the next bend. Simply because we already have in the boosted zombies and boosted specters and such. Never actually seen anything other than... Oh wait, no, I see the boosted skeleton. So yeah, no really any danger from that. Oh, the music makes me sleepy again. I'm gonna have to play some Deadlock later to wake up back up. Deadlock, by the way, very fun. If you don't have access, just check the forum. For some reason, people are just giving them away like candy. Which I can understand because the invites are basically free. But also I wouldn't want to have that many weird, strange people or strangers on my friend list for no reason. I'm rejecting all requests anyway. $20 boards, which we need a few more of. We now have 1,300 brick roads. Or at least nearly. Other news, yeah, my board game club is meeting again. First time this Sunday. Unfortunately, I'm already playing Pathfinder on that day. So I can't take part, unfortunately. Well, maybe I can, but not from the get-go. Not from the beginning. Would have loved to play a few more board games. Tremble's child died during childbirth. I'm pretty sure he's trembling with sadness. Oh, she. There is a spectre. Okay, yeah. At night, I'm pretty sure that the 3 times speed is slowing it down even further. But during the day, it seems to be fine. Also, 28:56, so 57 to 63 is spring, which means we have 4 more days of that. 60, 61, 62, 63, yeah, 4 more days of spring. And then 60... No, wait. 63 should be the first day of summer. So, 3 more days. Because, no, 57, 8, 9, 60... 61, 62, 63. Yeah, 63 should be the last day of spring. 64, the first day of summer. Do I have that right? I think I have that right. Summer starts on even numbers, winter starts on even numbers. I believe. I'll see it. Alright, so Blood Moon. It will tank my economy for a little while we're busy dealing with the blood slimes, but whatever. However, it reminds me, that I may want some some towers down here. And thankfully I can just make some. Specifically here because I don't have any other defenses there except the ballista, and the ballista are kind of slow, so they will not deal with a large amount of small blood slimes very well. Yeah, the slime is getting bodied by 2 chickens, so I don't think there's anything to fear from those guys. Except for the frame drops. Okay, how's the road looking? Other games that have released recently. Dustborn has been released, which I found out my government funded for whatever fucking reason. Which is honestly just a fucking kick in the teeth that the government funds a game that is then sold to like 60 people. Because nobody wants to buy that shit. And I'm gonna be honest, I buy a lot of games that are barely games, like walking simulators. I say it again, I've watched the Fireworks Let's Play and I thought that's just not a game. The fuck? But when I liked it very much when I played it. Very much liked it when I played it. Though to be fair, again, played is maybe the wrong sentence. To be fair, I'm not sure why I ever thought it would be bad because I read visual novels which have a gameplay of click button. But in most cases, there are some exceptions that have actually kind of good gameplay. There are some visual novels that have actually really good gameplay. Though to be fair, none of them are action oriented, most of them are like strategy oriented or puzzle games. But I like it for again, some that have gameplay. Some have bad gameplay tacked on, which they could have done without. But some of them I really like. If only more of them would get translated. I'm still looking for a months ago paradox actually, now that I think about it. I need to check how the English patch goes along. Unfortunately, my government has blocked the L site, so I can't even access my legally purchased copy of Monster Girl Quest Paradox because I don't have access anymore. Sometimes you really just want to punch your government representatives in the face. It's actually such a stupid thing that they can just say, no, you do no longer have access to the stuff you legally purchased. And then they wonder why. And then, well, the other companies can't really do anything about the government being dicks. But yeah, it's probably why I pirate. when I pirate literally only stuff that I do not have access to because my government is retarded or conscious. How's the energy looking? We have some low energy boys here, but all in all, energy is looking still fine. Though there's a lot of it probably saved back here. Also, need to repair this wall, and this wall, and this wall, and that wall. I also need to make this wall thicker because I'm... Well, again, I don't think they'll ever get this far, but if they get this far, then they will attack this wall. I am absolutely sure of that. So, since we're not using the Crilithium for anything else anyway, let's just go ahead and build that. And defend a piece. Okay. But considering that, I'm not really surprised that the current government, the current parties are getting absolutely destroyed in the votes. And their only response is to just yell that the party that's winning should be made illegal. Which is really, really anti-democratic. Every single time they say, yeah, we're trying to defend democracy, but then how do they defend democracy? Prohibit other parties. Just try to make other parties illegal. Absolute nuts. And then you really think then they really think anybody takes them seriously. Which is really funny because my mother she's a bit older at this point. And she grew up with books from, what was his name, Colmai? Who wrote, what is it called, Winnie 2? I think it's Winnie 2. Yeah, he's a German, German author from like the 19th century. And there were a lot. He wrote a lot of books. I'm pretty sure that Winnie 2 was one of them, or whatever it was called. Yeah, Winnie 2. Well, that was one of the characters. And he wrote books about a lot of cultures. Like he wrote about the Native Americans. He wrote about not Arabs, the Ottomans, which still existed back then. Now I think about it, that's not even 2 centuries. Not even a century. Well, it is a century now I think about it. Not even 2 centuries. But yeah, some people got really upset about his books, especially about Winnie 2. And they try to get him banned. My mother is really upset at that. And then she still votes for the people who are trying to get it banned. Which sometimes I just have to laugh at that. She knows full well who is trying to get it banned and is still voting for them. Oh. Don't try to tell her though, because she'll get mad at you as well. How's my stuff looking? Nothing has been destroyed. I can see that. There are very few bloodslams up here and they're spawning outside, which is also great. Why are you out there? Okay, come, beat it up. You can win that. Beat the slime up. Coward. Oh well, the elemental bolter will do it. Honestly, I kinda need to read those books at some point. I need to check if they're on Kindle. If there are ebooks for that. Oh, you are in a bad position. Let me just whip. Move you over here. Wonderful. And this is still looking optimal. Also, we're not really building any of these walls, for whatever reason. We do have enough lithium. I assume the organizers are probably also just fighting blood slime somewhere. Or delivering stuff to the roads. That does give me the time to just look if... I can do that on my phone, can't I? Let me see. Kendall, do you have Winnie 2? And Haji Halef Omar? Karl May. Over 300 fucking books, holy shit. Honestly, before I do that, I should probably continue. I should probably finish reading The King in Yellow and Lovecraft. Alright, I should... Is Nathan the Wise still on... There have no true causes, it's fine. Again, not a whole lot is happening, I don't really have to pay too much attention, just make sure that... Just make sure that nothing dies. None of my buildings. Lessing. So Lessing, 99 cents, I can afford that. Then Goethe. Faust 2. Is Faust... Okay, Faust... Oh, the complete book. Only 49 cents, huh. $520 pages. Not bad. I've read Faust 1 a long time ago. Schiller? Anything from Schiller? We have... I honestly never really liked Schiller all that much. Wait, that's not the Schiller I meant. Right. Friedrich Schiller. Ist Kabale und Liebe. That was probably one of the worst books I've ever read. That was one of the books we had to read for German class. And it was probably, which most of the books we read for German class are from like Schiller and Goethe and Lessing, so really old books. And there are exactly 2 books that I've never finished, and one of them was from... I forgot what the other was called. One of them, but one of them was from Schiller, and it was really bad. I stopped at like Act 2 of 5 because I could not be bothered. And then we had to write essays, and I just actually told them I have no interest in reading this shit. Got an F for that, but that was actually probably kind of worth it because I didn't have to read it. What was the other one called? That one's a lot more recent, I believe like 1800 or something. Fuck, I forgot what it's called. Did I have like... Do they have like filters for old books, literature and fiction? Yeah, okay, no. So, relevance, publication date. No. Was the Lessing as well? Now I think about it. Also, these are just some names, like, who the fuck is called Gotthold? Holy shit, the man actually just had a book called The Juden. What the fuck? But I don't think... No, I don't think it was his book. I actually only let read Nathan der Weise from Lessing. Huh. Okay, what about... No, it wasn't Goethe. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Goethe. Like, all of his books for 99 cents. What did he write? What is this? 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6... That's a lot of books, holy shit. The Blood Moon again does nothing. Except the lay building stuff. And then down here, whatever. They're coming up. They will get eaten by our defensive wall of animal pens and clocker coops. The chickens ride to war. Yeah, that's a good amount of books though. That's like 40 books or something. Okay, there's also like letters. One of the weirdest books I've read to this day is, by the way, is Bram Stoker's Dracula, because it's just written in, not as prose, but basically in like letters and invoices and such that are just arranged chronologically. Really well done. Really well done. I'm pretty sure I could never even imagine writing such a book, or a book in such a way. But it's also not the easiest to read, in my opinion. Götz von Berlichingen mit der eisernen Hand. That was an actual person. And I'm pretty sure every person has at least quoted Götz once. At least once. I forgot what the other bad book is called. Completely forgot. Sämtliche Werke. It wasn't from Schiller. Schiller is too old for that. Oh, Maria Stuart. Right. That was also one I didn't finish. But it wasn't the one I meant. I completely forgot that book exists. Ugh. No, completely forgot what the other one was called. It's only 10,589 pages. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna take a while. If I actually wanted to read that, maybe I should read Shakespeare. Fun fact: never read any Shakespeare, even though it is probably one of the more famous ones, similar to Goethe and Schiller. Though Schiller, I think, is not that famous outside of Germany. At least not as famous as Goethe. I'm pretty sure Faust is relatively well known. What was that book called? I forgot what the book was called. I remember because I remember the plot approximately, because for some reason our teacher back then wanted us to also watch a what's it called? a movie, a play, based on the book. And for some reason, that movie was like from the 60s. For some reason, there were hardcore sex scenes in that, which I don't know why you would show that to your students in German class. That was a bit weird. But I recall the plot in very basic forms. But it wasn't that great, honestly. Why does Kindle have literature and fiction? Isn't everything but non-fiction literature? Isn't everything that's written literature? How stupid is that? Okay, let's see. Classics. Okay, if I think of classics, I don't think of books that have been released in like 2016. Oh, Kafka. We read Kafka, Franz Kafka. That was also something that we read where everybody was like, not that impressed. I tried really hard, but honestly, I was not in a mind space to get that. Kafka was not my thing. Drama and plays. And then it's just like, goddamn it, classical. Right, so we have Faust, Twitchik. Right, I'm really mad that I don't remember the book. Oh, Macbeth, I should read it at some point. Oh, I should read Dante. The Divine Comedy, or whatever it was called. Oedipus. What the fuck was that name? What the fuck was the book? Kabale und Liebe. Die Räuber. That one was actually kinda neat. Also by Schiller. Though, probably again, Schiller is very peculiar. Probably not for everyone. Iphigenia of Taurus. That also wasn't really my thing. It's amazing I can't find that book. Hauptmann von Köpenick. That was a good book. That I liked. Was really stupid. Oh shit, they destroyed an ancillary. Well, should have paid more attention. Why are you in here? How did you get in here? I thought Blood Moon can't spawn. Oh, that's bad. That's really, really bad. Well, I didn't pay attention. Okay. Right, you need to be absolute top priority. And then send in a recall to get the trash out. Well, that's a bummer. That was really stupid of me. Toss in a men to repair those walls. And actually, I think build a lamp. Out of building slots, right, because these are now removed. I was absolutely sure that only blood slimes can spawn. I do not know why there was a... Why why we got other stuff. Like, why did that? What? How did that? How did fire elemental get in? Yeah. Oh well, mistakes were made. Should have paid more attention. Small trashy slams actually do scale with a level. Interesting. Yeah, you're just gonna. Actually, can I make you my friend? No. The problem is this ancillary. The ancillaries outside. Because if they get destroyed, we have a way bigger problem. As such, I'm just gonna deck them in wall. Just encase them. Lithium curtain has been destroyed. Where? Oh, these, right. Yeah, that's gonna happen now. So I have to redo all of that stuff down here again as well. But again, my mistake. Can't really blame anybody but myself. No. I think at this point I might just stop here. Ah, fuck. You leave. Okay, need to build this ancillary. I still don't get why. Well. That is very, very bad. I think I might just... Yeah, I think I might actually just stop playing. I got distracted because, again, it's getting... The problem is that it's getting samey. So, I don't really pay attention. Also, I'm still looking what that book is called. But I can't find it. No. No. Oh, I can't find that stupid book. It's probably better for my sanity. Oh, this is yeah, this is probably a loss at this point. And I think I'm just gonna stop playing this map because at that point it's just a question of patience. I'm just gonna wall this off, build it out again, do the exact same thing again, and there's not really a challenge if I don't fuck up and not pay attention. So I think I'll stop it. And I think I'll stop currently at least restaurants just in general. Because, again, samey. To be fair, the challenge is... It's probably one of the more challenging games that I've played. Just from learning how exactly it works. I have now a lot of hours in the game, actually. So I wait for an update. If one happens, I'll continue North Oak or Wilder Rock, or maybe just do this one again, or continue this one, and try to rebuild down here. This up here should be stable, so I'll just have to build out this again, which I don't know how long that'll take. Probably a while, but if need be, it needs be. But yeah, that will, honestly, if another update comes, I'll play that. And if not, then consider this basically like the end of the playlist. Unfortunately. Well, ending it on absolute failure due to not paying attention. Right, as such, I hope you have a nice evening, hope you have a nice weekend, and I hope you have a good night. Goodbye.